Hey guys, it's Brian Dean, and welcome to First Page Videos. You enrolled in this course because you know that YouTube is an untapped source of targeted traffic. And with the right system, it's a traffic source that you can take advantage of. Now, of course, as you already know, Google and Facebook are both great sources of traffic. And there's a good reason for that. Both of these sites can potentially bring in thousands of visitors every single day. But the big downside of Google and Facebook is that everyone and their mom is fighting tooth and nail on these platforms, which makes them both insanely competitive. And that's simply not the case with YouTube. In fact, a study by eMarketer found that only 9% of small businesses use YouTube. 9%. So yeah, there's some competition on YouTube, but it's much less than on Google or Facebook, even though the potential for generating traffic from YouTube is huge. After all, you've probably seen some of these statistics before. YouTube is the second most visited website online. Yes, above Facebook. YouTube is the world's second largest search engine, and 55% of all Google searches contain a video result. Now, do you think having a presence on a platform of this size could help you get more traffic and customers? You better believe it. In fact, my presence on YouTube has led to a direct increase in my number of visitors, email subscribers, and online sales. For example, look at what happens when I compare my YouTube view growth with my email subscriber growth. See how they overlap? That's no coincidence. In fact, I get emails every single day from new subscribers that say that they found me from YouTube. And many of these subscribers become customers down the road. And this isn't unique to me or my business. According to a Google Ipsos study, 68% of people in the US watched YouTube to help them make a purchasing decision. So what's happening here? Just like with Google, millions of people use YouTube to learn how to do something, whether it's play guitar, do a pull-up, or knit a sweater. And when they see a video that helps them, they visit that channel's website and sign up as a lead or make a purchase. Now, this customer journey also applies to B2B businesses. In fact, HubSpot reports that 75% of executives watch work-related videos at least once a week. So as you can see, YouTube is a legit source of traffic and customers. Now, unfortunately, my first foray into YouTube didn't go so well. In fact, I was this close to giving up on the platform altogether. Here's the full story of what went down. A few years ago, I decided to give YouTube marketing a try. I'd read all of the statistics about how big YouTube was and how it was growing. So to test things out, I uploaded 3 videos over the course of 2 months. Now sure, I put effort into those videos to make them good, but I didn't want to go all in on the platform before I could see firsthand that YouTube could help me get more leads and customers. Now, a few months after publishing my first batch of videos, I took a look at my Google Analytics. And despite me getting an okay amount of views, I only saw a handful of visitors come to my site from YouTube. So I assumed that YouTube was a waste of time. That is, until a few months later, where I saw something that changed my mind about YouTube forever. As you may know, I send out a welcome survey to everyone that invests in one of my products. So one day last year, I sat down, grabbed a cup of coffee, and read through the latest survey results. But this time, I noticed something weird, something I'd never seen in any of my welcome surveys before. You see, one of the questions in my welcome survey was, what made you decide to sign up? And I noticed a handful of people saying things like this. This made my jaw drop. Sure, my YouTube channel got a handful of views every month, but I had pretty much given up on YouTube months ago. And because my videos didn't get many views or bring in much traffic, I thought YouTube isn't for me. But as it turns out, I was wrong. People were finding me from YouTube, and not just people, customers. All I needed to do was get more views and I was set. The only problem was I had no idea how to get more views. So I did what anyone would do in this situation. I Googled things like how to get more YouTube views and YouTube SEO. And pretty much every article I read said something like this. The key to growing a YouTube channel is to publish lots of videos. The more videos you publish, the more views you'll get. Now you may already know that I'm a big believer in the quality over quantity approach to content marketing. But I thought to myself, this is YouTube. it's different. So I asked my friend with a camera to help me film a bunch of videos. And because I needed to produce a large quantity of videos, I didn't put much thought into each one. In fact, as you can see in this screenshot, I didn't even bother to get a haircut that I desperately needed. Now sure, I had an outline of what I wanted to say, but that was about it. So I rambled on and tripped over my own words. And then to top things off, I hired a random guy in Upwork to edit them. Needless to say, those videos didn't do very well. Now, like my other videos, this batch did okay, but not great. Now that's when I thought, maybe the problem is you're not optimizing your videos the right way. So I read blog posts that outlined YouTube SEO best practices. So I went back to my old videos and optimized my title, description, and tags just like they said. The result of implementing these YouTube SEO quote best practices, 0. Now only later on did I realize why this didn't work. Everyone on YouTube is following the exact same best practices. Man, was I frustrated. Here was this massive source of traffic staring me in the face, but I didn't know how to take advantage of it. I had to face facts. When it came to YouTube marketing, I was 0 for 2. Now at this point, I almost decided to give up on YouTube and try something else. Fortunately, I didn't give up. I couldn't bring myself to turn my back on this huge source of targeted traffic. So I carefully studied my videos to see what did work based on audience retention and engagement statistics in YouTube Analytics. I also conducted dozens of YouTube SEO experiments. I tested different combinations of keywords, titles, description, tags, thumbnails, and more. And in the end, I developed a system for creating and optimizing videos that seemed like it should work. But to be sure, I needed to test it out in the real world. So I created 2 videos using this new system that I just developed. Everything was riding on these 2 videos. If these videos worked, I'd go all in on YouTube. And if they didn't work, I'd turn my back on YouTube for good. Well, as you might expect, these 2 videos did great. My first video quickly racked up tens of thousands of views. It now has over 130,000 views. My second video did even better. It now has 200,000 views. And the success of these 2 videos led to an influx of new visitors and email subscribers. And when I sent out my welcome survey to the next batch of customers, even more people said they found me via YouTube than before, and cited my YouTube channel as a reason that they decided to sign up. Needless to say, I set out to scale my success. So I filmed and published 4 new videos based on my system. And those 4 videos literally doubled my monthly views, from about 50,000 views a month to over 100,000 views a month. Today, my YouTube channel generates over 120,000 views and 5,000 new subscribers every month. And I rank in YouTube for some insanely competitive keywords, including video SEO, e-commerce SEO, and I even rank #1 for the Big Daddy SEO. Now, I'm not telling you all this to brag. It's to show you what's possible when you get access to a proven step-by-step system. Now, here's the best part. YouTube generates leads and traffic for me on autopilot. In fact, once you have a handful of videos on your channel that are optimized the right way, you're set. YouTube will show them to potential customers without you needing to do anything. And those people will visit your site, sign up for your newsletter, and buy your stuff. For example, at the time of filming this video, I haven't published a new video on my channel in 3 months. And I broke my record for monthly views last month without publishing a single new video. What's my secret? I optimize my videos the right way. Of course, that's exactly what I'm gonna show you how to do in this course, step by step. Now, before we jump into the tactical steps to creating videos that generate views, leads, and customers, let me give you a quick high-level overview of how my YouTube SEO process works. First, you need to find a great video SEO keyword. Then, create a video optimized around that keyword. And finally, you strategically promote that video. And bam, you're done. Of course, this is an oversimplification of how this system works. There are specific strategies that you need to do to rank your videos. And I'll show you everything that's worked for me throughout this course. But for now, there's one thing I want you to notice. You don't need a fancy studio. You don't need a huge social media following, and you don't need expensive video editing software. You don't need any of that. You need a proven plan. And I've got that for you inside of this course. Now, I know you're excited to join me in this program, and I'm excited to have you. And for now, the best thing you can do to get started is to join the private Facebook community. And make sure to introduce yourself to the group. Then you'll soon get access to Module 1 if you don't have it already. That's where we'll dive deeper into the step-by-step strategies and techniques. So I hope you're ready, and I'll see you in the next lesson from this introductory module.